Hey guys, and welcome to my channel and to this video, October 26th today. And I will start with that and just write in here. Today we will be painting a motorbike called Vespa. So I will just write that here. And this is October 26th. So I will also be using the same watercolor book I used for my previous paintings, drawings. This is Hahnemuhle watercolor book. It is linked down in the description box together with all the supplies I will be using today, including these Enter ink pens from their set of 16 ink pens, and I'm using 01, 03, 05. Also, I'm using a pencil. This is 4B, but you can use also HB. It's a little bit lighter, so your sketch won't be so visible. An eraser and some watercolors. I will see about the watercolors later on, which one exactly will I be using, but all the supplies will be listed down. And if they are available at Amazon, you will find them in my Amazon store. And if not, I will list them specifically if they are available online. So let's start with our sketch. Also, yes, I forgot to say that. Also, there is a link for the entire playlist for the entire Inktober or Ink Plus watercolors. So 25 paintings done by now. You will find them all down in the playlist. I will also link. I have here paper. I will just fold it like that. And then we have here almost regular shapes, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is just definitely a square. This one is half of this one, so just have that in mind when you do your squares, that they should be like that. This is two completely same squares, and this one is a little bit, so I will split that one also into the parts, so like that, 4 parts. And we have here, so this one are a little bit more rectangular, not so square. I will add that just above. This is the half, just above that half, like that. And then we will do, this one goes a little bit beyond, as I said, that square, so let's give it like that a go. So that's going to be our second one. And for the first one, let's do the grid. So that is how you can always help yourself to stay within the proportions, whatever you draw. And we have here, I'm just looking where my starts. It just starts somewhere here, goes a little bit beyond here, and then curves here, goes up, so like that. So that's gonna be the first part. I'm gonna do the part where the bike is, so this is where the wheel is. So this one goes a little bit more actually here, just beneath the lower part and up like that. And then we have this one going like that, slightly inside, and we do have this line here. So like that, and this one goes inside because it's slightly tilted. And we have the light here. Our wheel is slightly tilted like that, and then the wheel will also be not so round but goes a little bit like that, and we have this part, and then the other part of our wheel. Then we have a light here, and as I said, since our vespa is tilted, the wheel, that part, front part, is slightly tilted. We can see some things from the front, so like that. And now we can just do that back side, the actually behind that. And first I will do this line. It's gonna go there, and this one is just above this. Actually goes a little bit like that. This is going to be a little bit more, as I said, challenging sketch, but you know, you do need to do something a little bit more challenging, right? That's the point. Just give it a try. It doesn't have to be perfect. This one part here. And we have some details here. You don't have to, I'm not gonna do all of the details like that. And just looking what we need, what we do have at the front. We have the light. This one is going here, and then in front just slightly like that, and a little bit down, maybe just slightly thinner like that. And then the one mirror and the other side just goes straight, right? This line is straight, so just keep that in mind. Like that. We have some brakes here, I believe, and steering wheel here. Again, don't have to be perfectly precise like that. That's gonna be the steering wheel done, and we have just the back side to do, and have here like that, and then one line, this one goes just above and curves here. That's gonna be our seat, and other one just next to it. And for the seat, we do go, it does go slightly in front, and then just curves here, up, down like that. And we have the other wheel. Just looking whether I do need to add a little bit more of that seat. Just so like that, curves, goes like that. And we have here on the back side the light, backlight, and a little bit more of the details here. Like that. And this one will be a circle, the part that we can see, right? It has to be in a circle. because we can see that one. We're looking the front of that one, so we can see the entire circle. So that's it. I think we're done with all the details. I won't be adding any more. I don't think we need to bother ourselves with too many details. Just something that connects those. Also here, like that. So I believe that that looks nice. I like it. I actually like it. Let's just trace that, and you can use a window for tracing. I will use this paper. Just need to see where I'm gonna place it, like that, and get some washi tape to put it here, not to keep my paper in place, and then just add that tracing and just trace that. I can now speed this up. So we're done with our tracing. I will just get now this 05 ink pen and do a little bit of the inking. And as I said, don't make that just too perfect. It doesn't have to be. Your sketch doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not gonna do it perfectly because I don't either think it's gonna be necessary to make it perfect. And if some parts of the line also don't show, that's just fine. They don't have to show all the way. So as I said, this one is slightly more maybe challenging. Some of you might want to skip it, but I'm just telling you don't, because however this turned out to be at the end, you know, probably won't be perfect. Mine either. It's gonna be awesome when it's done, believe me, it will, because however you do it, I'm sure you will be proud of yourself for giving this one a try. And you can also practice, you know, just draw it a few times on a paper, give it a try, feel the shapes, you know, and then get into it. You don't have to do it in a first go, right? Like that. I do have some lines here, and the seat. There you go. I believe our Vespa looks good. Maybe this should be a little bit more up, but you know, I like it. So I'm gonna add a little bit more of the details now. I'm gonna use, this is a 01 ink pen, just a little bit more of the details, some shadows where I think I should add. I'm gonna add them. Like that. Here on this side. Some here. You know, I can see I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable now with all of this. It is day 26 after all, so I'm sure you two also are just feeling maybe just a little bit more comfortable and don't think that ink and watercolors are so difficult anymore. Definitely something achievable. I did use watercolors and ink, of course. You know, I did do a lot of videos and with the ink and watercolors, but I did never do so much, at least not in my videos, so much of the details with ink. I would just do the lining and that's it. I would just stop. I wouldn't go further with the details. Details mostly I did with watercolors, and but here I decided to do more details with ink, just to, as I said, make myself a little bit more comfortable with that medium. And with drawing, you know, this is the basic for this is actually drawing. So I do wanna also draw. I do give you my sketches a lot available for download, so here is your opportunity to do a little bit more of the details with also ink and pencil. Like that. Nice. There you go. Not gonna go overboard with that. Like that, and we can do just a little bit of the just going up like that, the details around it. So that's our Vespa done, and we can just, you know, I'm just thinking whether I want to make it blue or I want to make it red. I believe I will do this one a little bit turquoise. So I will get this watercolors from Etcher. I do like the combo from there. This is sky blue and a little bit of the green. Oh, actually I have some white here. Gouache. Move that. So that sky blue and a little bit of the green. I do really like that color. It's beautiful turquoise. And I'm gonna do a few splatters. I have some turquoise now on my brush. That's gonna be fine. And then get a little bit more just to go over our bike, and I'm not gonna paint so much this time and go on to so many details. This one is going to be just a little bit, you know, more looser. Loosey goosey. Like that. And I'm also gonna get a little bit of the black. And then do the seat a little bit more for the edge. And we have here some part that is black. So just a little bit more to suggest some shadows also there. Like that. And this part like that. And of course our wheels also are gonna be black. Like that. For the lights, I will just mix in some of the black and that turquoise. And gonna get a little bit more of the sky blue, a little bit more of that brown, just to add some of the details here and there. Like that. So where I think that the darker parts would be some shadows, I'm gonna add a little bit more of that mixture. Just spread it here. Like that, and then just a little bit of brown. Just a little bit, this is a dark brown, something like sepia, and a little bit of ultramarine to mix in some gray color. Just a little bit of that gray. I'm gonna tap it in here and then, you know, do the somewhat a road around it like that. And also just a little bit of ultramarine for the other side. I mean for the shadows. So we use that yellow just to add a little bit more of the emphasize to some highlights. And now just gonna get some ultramarine to add a little bit more of the details to the parts where the shadows are. Like that. And just a little bit more of the black. Gonna add to our seat. And just on sides. Like that to our darker parts. There you go. And a little bit more here. With a little bit smaller brush, that blues, and then do a little bit more of the splatters with that one. A little bit more with just a clean water. And then again, a little bit more with our blues. And you can get a little bit of the yellow and just add a few splatters with the yellow. And then with this smaller brush, I'm gonna get a little bit more of the black and just do a few here, like that, some shadows. And that's it. That's it. You can add some flowers here if that's what you want. I will not do that. I like that as it is, and so I want just a little bit more of the details. So I won't be doing that. I like it as the way it is, and I don't think that's necessary to add a little bit more details and to add some color. But as I said, if that's what you like, if that's what you want, you can definitely do that. Just a little bit more of that ultramarine here. There you go. So now that this is fully dry, I do want to do one more thing. I'm just gonna get some white gouache, of course. Did we think we're gonna do it without it? Not really. So I'm gonna just do a couple of splatters with white gouache and a little bit more with the white gouache, just to emphasize, you know, some things. I'm gonna add a little bit of the highlights here and there. When they dry, they will dry very much lighter. So like that. I'm gonna dry that now. Now that this is dry, I do want to add a little bit more of the line work, a little bit more of the ink, because, you know, as always when I add watercolors, that ink got lost a little bit, so I do want to add just a touch to again emphasize some things that maybe got lost in some splatters and some white gouache and paint, like that. There you go. So now a little bit more of the details are here again. And I believe that's now quite enough. And you know what, now when I did that, I'm gonna get a little bit of the pink, mix it in here with my blue, and just add it on a few again spots, just where maybe the darkest shadows are. I'm gonna add a little bit of that pink, just to add a little bit more of the color. I don't know why. Is that me, or I'm just missing a little bit of the pink, a little bit of the, actually this is violet, but you know, there is a pink in it, like that. Maybe that's just me. You can skip that. And I'm gonna do also a few splatters with that. This time a little bit more water to make those splatters slightly watered down, and like that, a little bit more like a wash. And just a little bit more of the black, some parts. Like that. I do want to make it look like some parts are in shadow and not so visible. So now I will add also a little bit more of the white gouache, and we are now definitely done. So guys, I hope you like this video. Maybe gonna give it a try in painting a motorcycle. Why not? And if you do like it, please hit the like button, share it, and comment. If you haven't still, please do subscribe to my channel. That really means a lot to me. And again, thank you so much for watching, for joining in this series, and I hope I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!